Let's take a look at translation in a little more detail. So here you can see the three main players in translation. So you've got your mRNA here, your rRNA or your ribosome here, and a number of different tRNAs. And there would be tRNAs for the 20 different amino acids, and they would all have anticodons. So the anticodon are the three nucleotides. This whole purple strand would be an RNA nucleotide, but there would be a string of nucleotides, but there would be three that point downwards to match up with a codon, which is three nucleotides on the mRNA. So to initiate translation, a tRNA for methionine that has an anticodon that matches the codon AUG would have to bind with the mRNA, and a small ribosomal subunit would come and bind underneath, and a large ribosomal subunit would bind on top. And this will initiate translation. So a tRNA that matches the next three codons is going to come and bind. And we have an E site, a P site, and an A site. So there's the A site is the amino acid site where a new tRNA with a new amino acid comes in. The P site is where a peptide bond is going to form, and the E site is where an empty tRNA is going to exit. So as the ribosome slides down, and I want to grab my ribosome, I'm going to have to slide it top and bottom separately. Not ideal, but you get the picture. So at that peptidyl site, a peptide bond is going to form between the two amino acids. So this tRNA is now empty and will go away. So now we have a new A site exposed, and again, pardon my ribosome moving one piece at a time. And so say that this tRNA is the one that matches, and so it goes to the A site. My codons and anticodons aren't matching up exactly, but that's okay. So again, as the ribosome is moving down, at that peptidyl site, a bond is going to form. Now note that the growing chain transfers to this amino acid that is still stuck to the tRNA and the P site. Whoopsie. Grab that empty tRNA. Those empty tRNAs will have to be charged up later. A new region is exposed at the A site. A new tRNA comes in and binds. That growing chain is transferred to this amino acid. Try and grab my molecule here. Get that out. And this proceeds on and on and on until a stop codon is reached and everything basically falls apart. So a release factor would bind, and then the large subunit, the small subunit, the empty tRNA, and the growing peptide chain would all separate from each other. And at any point, a new tRNA with a new start would bind with a new start codon, a small ribosomal subunit, and the whole process could kick off again.